Hi, my name is Ashton Chencharicks, and today I want to talk about purchasing a lizard, specifically a bearded dragon. Having a pet gives you something to look forward to after a long, stressful day at work or school, and sometimes a little companion goes a long way. Lizards love nothing more than to lounge around all day and soak up some warmth. They're cold-blooded creatures who naturally consider humans to be giant heating pads, and as such, they really like cuddles. They'll usually seek the highest spot they can find, and typically that's somebody's shoulder. If they can get on to a head, they will definitely try, and they'll just relax there until something interests them or you take them off. A standard bearded dragon costs a very reasonable $15 and can usually be found at local pet shops. Bearded dragons can also have small mutations, known as morphs, that make them come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and colors. The most common mutations are the Dunner morph, which costs around $40 and has asymmetrical scaling patterns. The Leatherback morph, which costs around $55, and it causes the bearded dragon to like side scale spikes. The side scale spikes on the sides and the head are absent. And then there's the Paradox morph, which causes the dragon to lose their secondary coloration, and they usually have splotches of color on them, oranges or whites, and those are usually the most expensive. They cost around $125. And most of the time, special morphs such as these will need to be purchased from an online breeder because they can be a little bit difficult to find. And the coloration is interesting and it's cool, but keeping a pet alive and healthy is the most important part of being an owner. Having a proper setup goes a long way towards that, and it can vary a little bit between species. Luckily, bearded dragons are extremely affordable when compared to other lizards, such as the blue-tongued skink, the Achimonitor, the Argentine tegu, and other lizards, because of their low cost as a species and their low requirements for habitat setup, which usually consists of a UVA light, a UVB light, a basking rock, something to hide in, usually a concrete cave or a log, a food bowl, a water bowl, and some substrate. Typically rocks or pebbles, although I use seeds because they're super absorbent. These items are readily available at any pet store, and in addition to the monthly maintenance cost, most bearded dragons have a diet cost as well, and the average between maintenance cost and diet cost is around $20, which is very, very affordable compared to some other lizards. Speaking of their omnivorous diet, bearded dragons love to eat insects such as superworms, hornworms, and crickets, along with vegetables such as collard greens, zucchini, squash, and she loves cucumber. None of these lizards are likely to bite, but the use of feeding tongs helps to avoid accidental nips. And their claws should also be kept trimmed, as they can be a little bit sharp. But watching your bearded dragons interact with their environment is one of the most enjoyable parts of owning a lizard. And they're large enough to avoid harm as long as an eye is kept on their tail. They're extremely durable pets compared to mammals and most reptiles, too. And if their needs are met, they're kept clean and things like that. They can survive a lot of environments with great resilience to disease and minimal complications. Speaking of cleanliness, it'd be smart to mention the biggest drawback, which is their poop. Luckily, unlike most reptiles, bearded dragons are, in a sense, potty trained by nature, because if they're bathed in warm water twice a week, they will do their business in there, and it minimalizes the messes in the tank. And that is by far one of the biggest perks of owning a bearded dragon, is the cleanup is super, super easy. Overall, I believe that owning a bearded dragon will add some color to anybody's life. They're fun, they're safe, they're easy to take care of, and by far the award for the greatest pet lizard has to go to the bearded dragon, because it's just affordable, it's hardy, simple, clean, relaxed, and just all around awesome. I love bearded dragons, and I strongly believe that anybody who gives these spiny creatures a chance will realize that despite their appearance, they can be awesome companions and a perfect purchase.